Yo, what is going on, homies? It's your boy StumpD back for another OPTC video, and in today's video, we're diving back into some PvP with the new and improved Quick team. Now, I've done a couple of videos on this particular concept of the new quick striker slasher kind of build with the release of Roger and Odin, but I got very lucky the other day and I actually pulled Hiyori off a ticket, and honestly, this particular team has been creeping up as my favorite team in the game to run, and honestly, one of the strongest teams going around right now. So if you see Roger and Odin in PvP, be very cautious, especially if they do have 5 slashers on the team, especially if there is an 8-man quick situation going on, because with an 8-man 5 slasher build, Roger and Odin does some disgusting things. You get level 2 CD reduction, on top of something like Tesoro, who can give like level 6, and then you have Shiryu, who can give like level 4. Now, Shiryu is stereotypically very good against strength oppositions, and same with Izokiku. I was running Izokiku before I got this Hiyori. If you have the new Momo, I feel like the new Momo would slide in on this team very nicely, probably either over Smoothie or Hiyori herself. I'm not 100% sure what it would look like, but with the release of the new free-to-play PKA Whitebeard, you can actually get 5 slashes on this team very nicely with the release of some of these newer units. On top of that, the team has a lot of striker potential, so stuff like Tesoro. Tesoro's just an absolute mad lad. Like, he's so good in PvP. I've spoken about Tesoro at length and how good he is. I put him in like one of my top 10 best PvP characters for his versatility, where you can just put him on teams, and this is another situation where he works great because he's actually a striker character. He's also driven, which means that if you have Kanjuro on the bench come in, you can have Kanjuro boosting 3/5 of your front line, being Shiryu, Tesoro, and Roger and Odin as well. So you can do some really cool stuff with some PvP units. I have Inuyasumi here just as an absolute disgusting nuker, but you could use the PvP Whitebeard if you guys don't have this particular Whitebeard leveled up, and then just bring another slasher character. But I found that this Whitebeard worked the best just because, like I said, he is a slasher. He's a 20 cost unit as well, which is great. Plus, everyone has the potential to get him to level 150. He's a phenomenal character, and I would highly recommend doing so. But while I'm talking about Whitebeard, I would highly recommend keeping 2 copies. Make sure you guys do that, so that way you're ready to go for his Super Evolution that should be a different color. But with the release of, well, not the release, with me now pulling Hiyori, this team just moves so damn fast. Like, it's so ridiculous. We're taking on some of the challenge fights, some of the harder challenge fights as well, like the new shooter one that you guys are seeing here. We'll take on some of the strength ones and stuff like that as well, and sort of showcase how powerful this new quick team is, and how much damage potential and how much nerfing they have for the opposition. Alright, up against Kawamatsu and the Slashers now. This team has Roger Whitebeard on it, and that's where it gets a little bit scary. But with this quick slasher striker build, you have so much speed and CD reduction that you can just outspeed something like this particular slasher team. And obviously, the challenge teams, they're not like people-made teams, so there are better options out there. But in saying that too, they are running 8 legends, which you can't stereotypically do in Rumble anyway. But as you guys can see, we have level 10 CD reduction. Level 10! Which is disgusting. Plus, we have 17 speed, 21 on Roger and Odin, which is kind of nuts. And we also have cooldown reduction in Hiyori. Plus, with Smoothie, she can roll back the opposition special by 50%. Now, Shiryu will stereotypically go first. And if there's any strength units on the team, within the first 40 seconds, Shiryu is very good. Like, he got his level limit break as well, so if you have him at 130, he's going to do wonders for the team, even if you guys aren't versing strength. Next, you got Hiyori, which will give you 20% cooldowns, as well as a 50% chance to action bind the enemy, which, as you can see there, is very handy if it hits characters like Roger and Whitebeard. With that, you'll get your Roger and Odin special ready to go. Roger and Odin will go. They give a 50% cooldown to 3 characters, which will stereotypically be those 3 slasher characters in the middle, who Hiyori can then give more CDs to, Shiryu can do more damage to, and special bind strength characters, and then Smoothie can just roll back specials again. With the amount of speed that you have as well, your characters are attacking way faster than the opposition, like way faster. As you can see, we have Hiyori back now. Hiyori's going to give the cooldowns, she's going to action bind, and then Smoothie is just going to keep rolling back specials. With this ability to just continuously stop the enemy from doing literally anything, like anything at all, it's just so toxic. It's so ridiculously toxic. And then if you take this team into Grand Party, I did take this team with Izokiku yesterday in my Roger Odin showcase of Grand Party, and like, you can just stop the opposition from doing anything. And if you come up against a mono strength team it's curtains. Like, you chuck Izo Kiku on the team and, like, they literally can't do anything. I have been taking on a couple of strength teams with Hiyori. Hiyori, in my opinion, is just as good as Izo Kiku when you are taking on strength. Hiyori just has a bit more versatility when you are sort of facing anything else. But like I said, Momo is a fantastic damage dealer. He's another slasher unit, so I feel like he could slide in perfectly on this team. However, I don't really know who you're going to take off. Maybe you take off something like Tesoro, but then you lose your cooldowns. If you take off something like Smoothie, you lose the 50%. And if you take off something like Hiyori, you are losing that ability to action bind and roll back specials. But this particular team, because of that nerfing capability, really focuses in on its damage to come from Roger and Odin. It will stereotypically go to the last 30 seconds because you are rolling back their specials so frequently. You are action binding the enemy and stopping them from doing so much different things. And then the back end of that last 30 seconds, you just get a lot of speed. If you lose a character, Inuyasuma comes in and he just basically cleans house, as you guys can see there. So the addition of Momo will actually give you a lot more damage potential. However, you will obviously sacrifice something from the team. But if you guys are missing something like Smoothie and you have Momo, Hiyori, just use Momo there. And if you guys do have Momo and you are trying this team, or you are sort of changing it up a little bit, please let me know in the comment section below how it actually goes. I'm very keen to pull Momo. I'm not going to chase him, just like Hiyori. Like, I'm just going to wait for them to come to me, and then I'll do some fun stuff with them. But if you guys have Momo and you are trying a team like this, let me know in the comment section below, because I would love to see how powerful this team can actually get. Because like I said, this team has quickly become one of my favorite teams to run in the entire game. And it's funny that literally a month ago, we were just talking how Quick needs so much help. And all they did was release Roger and Odin. Like, it wasn't like they released anything like too crazy. We already had all the pieces of the puzzle. Roger and Odin were just the glue that could bring it all together and do some really, really cool stuff. Obviously, 6 plus Tesoro is fairly new. Hiyori's a new character. Level Limit Rekashira is new as well. But it's so interesting to see that one game-breaking or PvP meta-defining character can come in and sort of just change the way that team operates. Very similar to what Gear 5 Film Red Luffy did for the Strength team. Roger and Odin are providing something similar for the Quick team, which is just very, very nice to see. So with Smoothie on the front line as well, like, you actually get quite a bit of damage from Smoothie as well. If you, like I said, if you do have any strength oppositions, Shiryu is going to do quite a bit of damage to them as well. But when you're not fighting them, like I said, your damage does lack, so having Momo would be very, very nice there as well. Tesoro, though, like, he's just so damn good. Like, he's just so freaking good. Having that extra defense, having the extra CD speed, putting him on the outskirts as well, just so he can, like, stay above 60% HP, I believe it is. Or maybe it's, like, 50%. I can't exactly remember. You kind of want to protect him, though, so make sure he's on the outsides. You kind of want to protect stuff like Roger and Odin or Hiyori as well, so make sure to put them on the skirts as well. And that way you guys don't have to worry about taking too much damage on these types of units. The ability to just roll back 50% of the opposition special is so damn nice. Like, it's so good. And then Roger and Odin, like, giving back Smoothie that 50%, so she can just continuously do this. It's kind of scary, man. And then you have Hiyori giving the 20%, and man, it just stopping the opposition from literally doing, like, anything that they need to do, and then just picking off pieces of their puzzle, the opposition puzzle, and action binding like 3 out of the 4 characters. Man, this team is nuts. It's actually so goddamn toxic, bro. It's so toxic, but it works so well against so many different oppositions, like so many different characters. Unless you're completely immune to, like, special bind, action bind, you're not using strength characters, you've got more speed or more CD, which stereotypically won't happen. This team can sort of tear through or just pick apart enemy lineups. Alright, let's round it out with a strength fight, and Sasaki's at the moment is just disgustingly strong. 102 combat power in PvP is nuts. But stereotypically, Izo Kiku would be a very good fit for this team to take down a strength lineup. You have very, very good abilities to nerf them. You have special blind abilities. But with Shiryu, like, it's pretty much all you need. Hiyori worked very, very nicely, just like Izo Kiku did. Izo Kiku probably works just a little bit better, but the difference was kind of chalk and cheese. Like, it was not like chalk and cheese. It was, like, very, very similar in the sense that I didn't notice that big of a loss by not having that nerfing ability that Izo Kiku does provide. Shiryu could still special bind. He still does really nice damage. Hiyori still action binds and gets the Smoothie special back nice and fast. As you can see there, we special binded Boa, which is perfect because Boa is a very RNG reliant character. If she gets you with that confuse ability, she can do some disgusting things. All the damage went into King, who also got action blinded by Hiyori, and now we just have our specials popping off. And once Odin and Roger go, they're going to give 50% cooldowns to 3 characters, and stereotypically, it'll be those 3 in the middle, which then you can just continuously roll the cycle of getting cooldowns, using special bind, using action bind, getting damage, rolling back specials. It's so fun to watch, man. It's so, like, Smoothie was not, like, Smoothie just went. Smoothie literally just went, and now she's going again. Like, they can't do anything. They literally cannot do anything. It's so funny. You will hit a weird pinnacle around this sort of 50-second mark where you're starting to slow down because Shiryu does lose that CD ability around the 60-second mark. So between like the 60 to 30-second mark, you are in this kind of weird period of not being able to do what you do at the start. But that doesn't mean the cycle doesn't pick up once you get closer to that 30-second mark. And that's what I was saying about lacking a bit of damage and having this team stereotypically go until the later ages of the fight. But look, with a 8-man team and a 3-man strong bench, like, you're going to be in a really, really good spot regardless. But if you guys do have the pieces of the puzzle, please try this team. It is a lot of fun, and let me know how you guys go down below. If you have Momo as well, remember, just slide him in somewhere, and please let me know if you have tried that as well. Most importantly, if you enjoyed the video, belt the like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff. You guys are still summoning on the New Year's banners. Best of luck to everyone. Most importantly, though, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, thank you all for watching, and I will catch you all in the next one.